So, because of an incident that very unfortunately happened with Capcom, I'm gonna have to just do this again. And before I get on to anything, can you subscribe, please? So, now that Ultra Kill 80 had just come out, we are getting... I'm going to look into Act 3, and we're going to start over here with 7-1. So it starts with Hikita seemingly in some kind of field of crosses, if that's an appropriate word, like sentence to use for it, and then enters a sort of maze with these enemies, which are later revealed to be called mannequins. And these mannequins act almost like weeping angels in a sense throughout this whole time, and they are freaky, like. And as we all know, or at least should know, Hikita ends this off by him going into a blue room, well, into a room with a blue skull in it, and there's a ton of mannequins. And as you would be able to see, they all move whenever he turns around. So then this brings us into the mannequin enemy showcase, where we can see that they're difficult enemies. They are, number one, tanky, they're fast, they seemingly do plenty of damage, and they latch onto ceilings like Spider-Man, which is unfortunate, but I'm sure there's plenty of ways to get around that issue. Which then also brings us straight into the preview for 7-2, which starts with Hikita entering a almost industrial area, or an industrial era area, where he walks onto a well-lit platform and is ambushed by some kind of enemy. And that enemy is now revealed today in Ultra Kill 80. And that enemy is the Gutterman, which acts as a chain gunner with a massive steel shield with a brass coloring and red and black stripes, and a big armor set, almost reminiscent of power armor from Fallout games. And they look difficult, like they also have a lot of health and they do a ton of damage incredibly quickly, which could definitely be something difficult to deal with, especially when mixed in with different enemies. Like, let's say a chain gunner mind flayer combo would be kind of ridiculous, and we will most likely definitely see an encounter like that later on in the act. And as we can see from the enemies we've seen so far, they are not going to go easy on us. Which, I guess, it's a good thing. We're most likely gonna get more powerful, newer weapons to help us out in our noble cause. And I'm gonna also super quickly talk about the WIP videos. Starting with very briefly look over them. And they include another troll, well, from what I know, another mandatory, well, a tram combat area, which is mandatory, which is also good, how maybe the trams would be, or trolleys could be brought back for a different sort of use, while and also there's a new, like, if I'm correct, there was a yellow hook point in another WIP video. Of course, I can't remember those WIP videos, nor can I find them, so I can't really get any examples, which is unfortunate. And the yellow arm will most likely, in my opinion, be a swords machine arm. I mean, that's pretty obvious. But other robot is yellow with a big thing. And it is either going to be some kind of one-shot, like a BFG almost, but maybe but then it can't really recharge over time as well because of the railgun. The railgun would cause a bit of complication given how it is almost, you know, it would act the exact same. So maybe it won't be like that, but I don't know. Maybe it will be. And I'm gonna ask you guys to subscribe because I wanna hit 50 subscribers. You know, that'll be our next milestone. So let's hit 50.